Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am super excited because in front of me here today, I have 3 of the brand new LEGO Star Wars 2022 diorama sets to share with you guys. So today, I'll be reviewing all of these sets in this video and I'll also be comparing them against each other so we can determine which of these 3 sets is actually worth the price and which of them aren't really worth the price that LEGO is asking for at least. Without further ado, let's get started. So the very first set we have here is the Death Star Trench Run that retails for $79.99 Canadian and comes with 665 pieces. Now it is set number 75329, and I'm sure most of you think of the May the 4th gift with purchase promotion that happened a while back every time you look at this set, and comparing them both together, I mean, this set is definitely not worth the price that LEGO is asking for at least, but honestly I really appreciate the amount of detail included in this set, like all of the greebling and all of the specific technical details that obviously makes it more accurate to an actual trench. On the Death Star, we also have like a turret that looks amazing, and I guess we have to basically acknowledge the tiny wonky TIE Fighter build included in this set. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of how LEGO designed the TIE Fighters, and I think that they're not the best. They seem a little too wonky for my liking. However, Luke's X-Wing, on the other hand, has been perfected at its peak, considering that it's supposed to be micro scale and whatnot. So I guess considering that, of course, it looks pretty accurate, and I really love that tiny R2-D2 print on top of the X-Wing. That is super accurate, and it is very lovely. Taking a look at both sides of this set, they are pretty identical. We have grilled pieces at the bottom there just to add some more shine to it, and of course it is like L-shaped. And on the back there, we just have plates on the back, which is pretty typical for a set like this. I mean, technically we're not supposed to see the back when we're displaying it. However, the Death Star Trash Compactor has a bunch of problems in that regard, which will be the next set we're going to be taking a look at in this video. And for my concluding thoughts on the Death Star Trench Run, it is a very gorgeous set, but it's not worth the price. Honestly, it should be a gift with purchase for like a $200 set. On the upside though, I absolutely am in love with the quote that says "The Force is strong with this one" by Darth Vader. That looks absolutely stunning considering it is printed. Let's move on and take a look at the Trash Compactor, which is a huge letdown in my opinion. Next up, we have the LEGO Star Wars Death Star Trash Compactor set number 75339, which will retail for $119.99 Canadian, with 802 pieces. Now, before I move on, I just wanted to acknowledge how tiny this set is compared to the Death Star Trench Run. Now, I know that the Death Star Trench Run comes with no minifigures, and this set comes with amazing minifigures like Leia, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Chewie, C-3PO with arm printing finally for once in our lives, and of course a brand new R2-D2 with back printing, which is also very fantastic and has me taken aback there. The minifigures honestly, in my opinion, make the set superior compared to the Death Star Trench Run, comparing them both together there, but as you can see, I mean, they're pretty similar in size. But having the Death Star Trash Compactor literally cost almost $50 more. Just because it comes with minifigures is kind of crazy to wrap my head around. With that being said though, I guess putting the comparison aside, the Death Star Trash Compactor does look quite good from a certain point of view. I mean, in my opinion, this set is my least favorite. I don't like how the sides are exposed there. Like, there should have been at least some effort to cover up all the holes there on either side, because if someone wants to display it on the side there, it'll look atrocious and very bad, which is why I'm always going to display it front on. With the minifigures, of course, taking out the minifigures from this set, we basically have an empty room. An empty chamber. From a first glance, when the set is expanded without it having the compression feature, it looks like a very empty trash compactor with no trash in it, which is kind of awkward considering it's supposed to constantly have trash and technically a giant slug. So do with that what you will. Another thing that I don't like about this set is that the back is completely tiled up. It lacks the texture of a trash compactor and the walls of the Death Star in general. It just seems way too perfect, and honestly, it seems like a mock in my opinion. I guess it's supposed to be smoothed up because technically we're supposed to be able to move the walls of the trash compactor to mimic the entire trash scene where Han Solo says, "One thing's for sure, we're all going to be a lot thinner," which makes sense for the set, of course. If the set were to be naturally compressed without the walls having to move back and forth, I would rather have that and a detailed background than having it have more playability features. But I guess that's just me. Considering the set comes with 802 pieces, most of it have been used for the tilage of the floor, which is super uncanny, but that's where the bulk of the pieces went. I believe it was literally like 200 pieces for the floor and like another 200 for the walls. Barely any pieces for the actual build itself, which is quite disappointing. I guess it does the trick for a diorama though, which makes sense because the whole audience of the set is an 18 plus type of demographic. But I'm over 18 and I don't like this set, so I guess it's just me there. The trash compactor is great because of the minifigs, but terrible because of the build itself, so let's move on to the final set in this video, the Dagobah Jedi Training set, which is my absolute favorite LEGO Star Wars set so far that they've come up with in 2022. This set will retail for $109.99 Canadian with 1,000 pieces. I mean, now we're talking. Can you believe that this set is cheaper than the Death Star Trash Compactor? I mean, that makes no sense to me. How can this gorgeous set be less expensive than the trash compactor that doesn't even look like a trash compactor? I would honestly go with the Dagobah set in a heartbeat. I just absolutely adore the amount of detail that they've included in this set in general, from the trees, from the vines, the hut itself. The minifigure selection is pretty great with a brand new R2-D2 and of course a Luke Skywalker and a Yoda, which I absolutely adore in this set. It is definitely worth the price point compared to the other sets in this wave and the best set that shines out of the slot here in my opinion. I also love how the lake has like this green swampy undertone, which has been achieved using these 1x1 trans green tiles, which I think does the trick perfectly. And of course we have Luke's X-Wing's wing. Let's try saying that 5 times fast. I challenge you to that. Let me know in the comments down below if you can do that. Just hanging out on its own, which looks fantastic in my opinion. I mean, honestly, everyone wanted the entire X-Wing. For a diorama piece, the rest of the set really makes up for that. In general, I would say that this set looks incredible with an amazing minifigure selection, and of course the quote at the front there, "Do or do not, there is no try." Taking a look at the interior of Yoda's hut, you can see that it is very, very cute and adorable, and I'm honestly very grateful that we have an interior in this set considering that it seems so detailed and gorgeous. And I guess things go a little bit downhill when you take a look at the back of the set, of course. The back is kind of awkward in my opinion. Apparently we're supposed to access Yoda's hut easily in like this dollhouse-like fashion, which I am not the biggest fan of. I would have preferred having a complete hut that encloses the entire back area. I guess for my concluding thoughts on the set here, it is the best out of the lots, comparing them to the trash compactor, price-wise, piece count-wise, and display-wise. Honestly, displaying them front on, the Dagobah hut is the best. Now, I guess that's pretty much it for the Dagobah training hut. Let's move on to the final ranking of these sets right now. Now in third place, I guess you guys kind of saw this. I kind of like changed my mind. I've decided to put the Death Star Trench Run in third place because the minifigures in the trash compactor kind of like won me over to the dark side. Or I guess the rebellion. I would say that the Death Star Trench Run is definitely third place because we have no minifigs. The build is very, very similar to the Death Star promotion that we got for the other Trench Run with the A-Wing that I absolutely did not like. That was like my first impression of this set when I first saw it. I was like, what am I looking at? A promotion or an actual $80 Lego set? And in second place, we have the Death Star Trash Compactor. Now the price is crazy. I know, and I was going to put this set originally in third place, but then I was like, the minifigs. the minifigs. I absolutely love the minifigs included in this set, featuring 6 of them with C-3PO with arm printing. But honestly, having to pay almost $50 Canadian more for a set that should cost around $80 maximum is insane to me just for arm printing on a minifigure. I feel like that's why they've done that. They just wanted to have an excuse to include a very rare minifigure in a smaller set. I mean, okay. And lastly, in first place, we have the LEGO Star Wars Dagobah Training Hut, which I absolutely am in love with. I think it's such an incredible set with so much amazing detail. I'm very, very much a huge fan of it, and I would definitely recommend this set to all of you guys. The price seems fair with 1,000 pieces, but again, the 1,000 pieces, literally a third of them went to the flooring, which is a huge downside, but to be expected with sets like these. With that being said, let me know in the comments down below if you agree with my ranking and if you enjoyed this video. Also, stay tuned because I have a set coming very soon in the mail, which is also considered early, I guess. But the one hint that I'll give is that it got leaked on Instagram a couple of days ago and people found it in stores in Mexico, but that's all I'm going to say. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.